Hey guys, Total War Warhammer has armies of dragons, legendary creatures, sneaky gobbos, and mighty towering giants, but now it also has armies of invisible meatballs. We have Blackthorn up against lightning reflexes here as the mighty gobbos march to war up against the forces of the High Elves, and I did not lie to you. Yes, normally Warhammer is known for its heroics, its legendary lords, its heroes, its champions, its giant scary beasts, but today we have a rather interesting and wild tactic called the Invisible Meatball Rush. So we have a Night Goblin Shaman down in the trees, coming in with Curse of the Bad Moon, like that spell quite a bit, very underrated, Itchy Nuisance, and also Night Shroud. Now Night Shroud gives Stalk and Unspottable for a relatively decent duration, and it is going to be making all of these squig herds. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4 in here. It's hard to tell in the big old puffs of green mist of these gigantic, terrifying meatballs with teeth, who are now completely stalked and unspottable, alongside a couple of units of cavalry in the form of Savage Orc Boar Boys, and this can now push out of the trees where it was initially hidden and drive around the flank of the High Elf forces, and before they know it, they've got meatballs all over the place. In the front line we have Orc Boys just to distract the enemy where possible, and in the back we do have a load of sneaky gobbos in the form of Night Goblins, the 8 Loons, and a couple more Night Goblin fanatics to boot as well. We have Nasty Skulkers, we have Skarsnik, and that is about it for this glorious build. Now for the High Elves, we have some Illyrian Reavers in the back, it looks like some Silver Helms as well, triple Archers alongside a Mage of Light coming in with a net. We then have triple Spearmen protecting a Mage of Life with Regrowth, which is always a good idea to bring Regrowth when you have Imric. Now the net can pin in enemy characters, Imric can burst them down with breath attacks and go in for the kill, so I quite like that combo of the double Mage here. We have 4 Rangers in the front line just to slice and dice them gobbos real good. And that's going to be it. I mean, up in the sky, of course, we do have Imric the Dragon Prince. Can't forget him anytime soon. And he's coming in with all of the goodies, it would seem. We have Lord of Dragons, Dragonhorn, and Starlance. Without further ado, let's get this battle underway. Now, immediately, Illyrian Reavers went in for the kill. Then thought, you know what, maybe not the best idea to go in completely unsupported. So instead the Mage of Light does swan over, looking to perhaps ensnare Skarsnik, and Imric does dive down. Now the little gobbo is actually relatively tanky with some solid melee defense and an okay HP pool. And it looks like a Spite of the Bad Moon does indeed go down, as well as a Smoke Bomb, lowering the speed of Imric, so there is certainly no escape. Now our glorious build has just been revealed, so look, your hidden units are revealed. All of a sudden, I know this is for Nasty Skulkers, but I do know these guys have also just been emerged, and instantly the High Elf player recognises the threat and tries to run with his Rangers, but there is no running, there is no safety from the lads. Look at these meatballs dancing and jumping with joy into battle. Now Silver Helm's doing a decent job in the back, just running down a lot of these units. Fanatics though are starting to swirl through the Reavers. Looks like Silver Helms are desperately coming in to try to save Imric. He does have currently an overcast regrowth on him, but he's being dumpstered right now by a lowly Goblin. Skarsnik holding the line, taking a decent amount of punishment as well, but with the Nasty Skulkers there for support, Imric was really ramrodded quite badly, but he is getting a regrowth, so he should be able to come back to the battlefield relatively quickly. Their glorious flank overload of Savage Orc Boar Boys, as well as the Squig Herds, have done a really good job. You can see Rangers have been shut down, and now the Archer line is completely open, with the Savage Orc Boar Boys going savage in the rear here of these Archers, charging in there and breaking their mind, body, and soul. More Squigs are driving through, and got a nice little surround there on one of the Mages. And it's going to be the Mage of Life, who is probably the more important of the Mages to kill, due to the fact it synergizes rather well there with Imric. The other Mage as well has been forced back. Some of the Archers are trying to find sanctuary here. We have Illyrian Reavers as well as Silver Helms bouncing around the battlefield, but it's looking like a bit of a rout already. Rangers are trying to come back here to help support their Liege Lord, and Imric does get a really nice breath attack down on Skarsnik, doing some massive damage, and the little poor gobbo is down to 2,400 HP. Thanks a little bit of friendly fire there as well from the spinning loons. We get a second regrowth go down on Imric, which is probably the best use of magic. Oh no, why did it stop? Oh, there it goes. It is coming back down once again. Mage of Light's being forced off. And the Mage of Life is trying to pop those regrowths, but he's unfortunately consistently getting knocked down, it would seem, and cancelling those animations. Poor little Mage, yeah, just getting shoved to the ground. Squig Herds, though, are going to receive a rather nasty charge there from the Dragon Prince himself, who does massive damage descending from the heavens down onto his glorious meatball supper. We do get a fermented fungi though go down on Imric, as once again a regrowth attempts to go down, but he flings his own wizard to the ground, stopping that regrowth once more. Archers are running, but there is no sanctuary left for them on the battlefield, and that is the Meatball Greenskin Gambit in a nutshell. Really silly fast game here for you guys today. Unfortunately, I am still rather ill. Nurgle does plague me, so I thought a smaller replay would save my voice at least a little bit. Hopefully, again, back up to fins with live streams and stuff later in the week if I do eventually get the blessings of the old ones to overwhelm Nurgle and his pestilence. But well played to these two lads. It was a really silly, fun game. I absolutely love this build by Black Fawn. The giant invisible Meatball, as well as, you know, the cavalry as well. But we're kind of shoving them to the side a little bit. It was all about the squigs at heart. Big old nasty 20 stack. 20 stack's very popular in the current meta. And I think Lightning Strikes did his best. I mean, Imric got down and dirty now and again, but only 1,100 damage value. Despite being on Scarsnake so long, we got nearly 2k value back. But I love this idea of hiding your force in the trees, popping Night Shroud and going for that big, fat flank overloader tactic. Not enough people do using these big, kind of hidden invisible spells. A bit like Loic Shroud as well from the Wood Elves, which I think is slightly underrated ability. Squigs across the board, I mean, they did okay. Some of them took, again, basically no value, but other ones, you know, up in the 700s isn't too shabby whatsoever. We're not going to go, actually we'll go very quickly through the damage value and damage dealt, but if you guys did enjoy this one, make sure to do all that standard YouTubey stuff. Feel free to leave a big fat thumbs up, comment down below what you thought of this glorious, rather swift victory here. It says Pyrrhic victory, but honestly it was a swarm-in. I just thought it was a really funny tactic, which would be nice to show you guys. Got Patreon links down below, Discord links down below where you can submit replays, and feel free to, yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that good standard stuff. And thank you guys for checking out this video, I really do appreciate it, as well as you guys bearing with me whilst I can't do, you know, as many streams and content as I wanted to get out, simply due to being a little bit under the weather. So for the Black Fawn, yeah, Scarsnake just under 2k damage value. The Little Night Goblin Shaman got 0 damage value, but we know his true value here, coming in with that Glorious Shroud. And across the board, the lads did relatively solid. Now, you can see this unit was able to surround Imric. 1.7k damage value on a unit of Nasty Skulkers is disgusting work. 1.2 under 8 peak loons. If you allow them to whirl up their Looney Tunes spinning weapons, they really can do some nice work. And honestly, the Savage Orc Boar Boys did good. 1,000 damage value here, 500, 400, 670, and they're all basically full health at the end of the day, so really fun build. Unfortunately, the High Elves got caught out. Imric is an absolute Chad, but there's only so much a Chad can do against the vengeful hate of Meatballs. It's a tough one for sure. Rangers did okay. I mean, Archers got dumpstered. Really nice use of the cavalry to do some hit and run to try to save the situation. You can see 111, 131, 45 kills, but still the damage value wasn't really there because they were only able to hunt down the basic units, you know, the Night Goblins, the Orc Boys, not really get able to tussle with the big old Savage Orc Boar Boys and the one true lads. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this ridiculous replay. Gonna be a swift one today. Until next time, peace, and as always, stay awesome.